Hello, I'm Jared Discord. Welcome to another deck profile. On this episode, we're going to be doing one of my favorite archetypes of all time, the Mutant Deck. I really love most of the TCG archetypes, with some exceptions. Fucking Cosmos. But I like the majority of the TCG archetypes, and this is I'd probably say this is my favorite. I love the idea of like this SCP-based, ripping out of the dimensions and being fucked up and just coming out attacking shit. It lets me use a lot of cool cards. It lets me use a banish strategy, which I've always been a fan of, and I really do enjoy this deck. This is also probably one of the last decks that I have that I think is at least somewhat viable. Most of my other decks are garbage. So without any further ado, let's get started. So on to the monsters, which we'll do the mutants first, then we'll do the non-mutant monsters. For monsters, we have one mutant arsenal, one mutant mist, and one mutant beast. Mutant Mist is probably the worst. If your opponent activates a trap, you can banish a card from your hand or field and draw the cards. It only really comes in hand against Infinite Impermanence. Red Reboot, maybe. Evenly matched. All three. What other traps do people play against right now? I guess we go against Altergeist. Woo. So yeah, Mutant Mist is not the best. Mutant Beast, on the other hand, is the best. If your opponent activates a spell card, you can banish a card from your hand or field, negate the effect of a spell card, and banish it, which is really useful because most spell cards nowadays have a banish or banish from the graveyard effect. And then we play one copy of Arsenal Falcon, Mutant Arsenal. This thing, if your opponent activates a monster effect, you can banish a card from your hand or field to banish that monster on the field. Is that right? Yes. Target one monster from the field and banish it. So I guess if you're going to activate Ash Blossom, you can banish one of their miscellaneous cards from the field. It's a good interruption effect. I mean, this deck does kind of play interruptions pretty heavily. I really do enjoy it. On to the two small mutants. We have 3 copies of Mutant ST46, which is basically a searcher for spells and traps. And you can banish a spell trapper monster to get one of the big mutants from your deck. Hand or deck. And then we play 3 Mutant M05, which has the same banish as some of the big mutant effect, but it also searches mutant monsters. Which usually if you'd find some way to spare summon one of the mutants, usually M05, get ST46, and then get to preferably Mutant and Arsenal on the field. That's a good first turn strategy. On to the non-mutant monsters, we play 3 copies of Dimensional Shifter. I fucking hate this card so goddamn much. But when it works, it works. This is one of it comes in clutch in certain matchups, I will admit, I will give you. But god damn it, do I draw it when I do not fucking need it. I draw it so often, but I do not need it. That is actually why I side 3 Waking the Dragon, because if this card pisses me off too much during the game, fuck it, I'd rather play something that probably won't even work than that. The Waking the Dragon does have a use. You look at the traps. It can come in handy. Anyway, so yeah, we have Dimension Shifter. It's a good card. We can get it off. We play 2 copies of Necroface. You theoretically could play 3. Actually, I probably wouldn't recommend maybe playing 3, but I don't know. That would kind of run into some Briggs. I don't really feel comfortable with that. The point of it is that you can get a lot of mutants off, and if you can get the field spell out and you banish one of the small mutants, you can summon it back with Evolution Lab. But, it's kind of iffy. It's mostly just for Dragoon, because I do not like Dragoon. If you banish 10 cards off your opponent's deck, you're more than likely going to get at least one of those parts. And I can live with those odds. Shit. So that's my mutant. That's my Necroface. Even it kind of looks like a mutant. It works. And then for my last 3 main deck monsters, I play 3 copies of Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring. I need her. She needs to shield me with her forehead, so that's the only way I can figure it out. On to the spells. We play 3 copies of Triple Tactical Talents. If you cannot afford I had a stroke there. 3 tactical talents. If you cannot afford 3 tactical talents, then you could play 3 copies of Twin Twisters or 2 Twin Twisters of Harpy's Feather Duster. Do whatever you want. All of my decks are about playing within your budget, so I always try to have my side decks spec'd out just to make sure you have budget options. So yeah, but yeah, Triple Tactical Talents. And then I say it. Triple Tactical Talents is great. I didn't even say that right that time. Triple Tactic Talents. triple tactics talent. Holy fuck. Okay, okay. Okay, we're good. I have 2 copies of Mutant Fusion, where basically you fusion with a mutant monster using banishing fusion materials from your hand or field. But if your opponent activates a card, you can also banish from your graveyard or your deck. So if your opponent Ash Blossoms you could banish Arsenal, Mist, and Beast and get Ultimus, or banish Beast and a small guy to get Synthesis. It all works out. And then for our other one-ofs, we'll just go through these really quick. Terraforming, because you need the field spell. Gold Sarcophagus, because you can start at the play with the little guys, or Necrophase. Emergency Teleport, because Emergency Teleport lets you get the little guys. And Dimensional Fisher, just to fuck with your opponent. Alright. And then on to our last spells, but honestly the most important of all of them. We play 3 copies of Mutant Evolution Lab. When it's activated, you can special summon a small mutant from your hand or banish. So that's where Gold Sarcophagus and a lot of these cards like Necrophase come into play. All of your Mutants monsters gain 100 attack for every mutant card banished. That's with a different name. And then once per turn, you can kind of cycle. You can take 1 mutant, put it in the bottom of your deck, and then draw a card. Which comes into play because you don't want these big guys in your hand. Although even when I do that, I tend to draw either a big mutant or Dimension Shifter. Whatever. On to our traps. We play 3 Mutant Cry, which lets you fusion summon a mutant monster by shuffling fusion materials into your deck. From among the cards you have on the field, your graveyard, or your banish zone. We play 2 Trap Trick because you can get Mutant Cry out that way. This deck doesn't really rely on normal traps that often, so it's just good to get that out because that is the best fusion of the deck. Fusion card. We play 3, there can only be 1 because this deck does not really share that many types. Yes, it does share Psychic with quite a few, but that's something I'm going to overlook because you can really just, if you have Beast and Arsenal out first turn, you should be okay. Unless your opponent activates Dark War no more. But then you have there can only be 1. Or there can be only 1, whatever. And if you, and especially at game 2, switches out for Waking the Dragon. You ever seen someone Harpy's Feather Duster you, and then you Trap Trick into Waking the Dragon? They will be livid. In fact, shit, I'd even recommend maybe deciding like Crystal Wing, or putting in the extra deck Crystal Wing, or fucking, what's his name? Dragoon. I'll talk about him later. For our last 3 trap cards, we'll play 3 Mutant Expansion. When it's activated, you can target one little mutant from your deck. It's at your hand or special summon it. And if a level 8 or higher mutant monster will be destroyed by card effect, you can banish it instead, or banish this card. So that is the entirety of our main deck. Yeah, there's probably a few changes I'd make, maybe. But they're small things. Again, just play to your budget. Take out cards, add cards as you need. This deck is not very expensive. I think obviously the most expensive card is Triple Tactics Talent. Maybe Dimensional Shifter. Everything else is pocket change. So yeah. On to our extra deck though, we play 1 copy of the big thicky Mutant Ultimus. When a card effect is activated, you can banish 1 mutant card from your hand, graveyard, or whatever, from anywhere that is the same type. Then to get the activation if you banish it. And then if this card is destroyed, you can add up to 3 banished mutant cards of different types to your hand. So it pays for itself, and it is gigantic and awesome. I kind of wish its effect was multiple times per turn, but it is not, and I don't know why. Like, what? Different topic. But yeah, I don't like how Konami sometimes balances certain cards through certain things, but don't balance others. But whatever. Onward with that, we play 2 copies of Mutant Synthesis. If this card is used, something 1 card in the field and destroy it. That is the most important effect because it has a lot of synergy with Mutant Cry. Also, when your opponent activates a card or effect, you can make Mutant Synthesis immune to it, so it kind of adapts. I think it's a really, really interesting effect. And when it dies, you can add a mutant card from your deck to your hand. This is the fusion you'll be getting out more often than not. Yeah. On to our Exceed monsters. I play 1 Hearth Dragon because if I ever have a fucking option to use Hearth Dragon anyway, I'm using it. And you may be asking how to use Heart Earth Dragon. I use Dragolubian, number 97, which I use in a lot of my decks if you haven't noticed by now. Yes, probably the better Exceed to get out is Hope Harbinger, but listen. Yes, Hope Harbinger. Heart Earth Dragon. Hope Harbinger. Heart Earth Dragon. Oops, almost went there. Heart Earth Dragon. That's what I'm gonna fucking summon. Honestly, I usually do summon fucking. I usually don't summon either. I'll summon fucking Numeron Dragons, attack you directly for like 9,000 damage. But shit, if I can summon Heart Earth Dragon and get a cheesy win, I'm gonna get a cheesy win. I've done it multiple times against Grand Major DAs, I think. Yeah, Grand Major DAs. I've done that before, so I'm gonna use it. Besides that, we also play one Galaxy Eyes Flora Photon Dragon, just for more spot removal. Because this field can tear apart, this deck can tear apart your opponent's field with, like, the 3 big mutants along with Synthesis and Synthesis, Armor Photon Dragon, your extra deck, or your side deck. You can do a lot. I play one Galaxy Eyes Cypher Dragon, because you can legit use them in this deck with your big mutants. I play one Galaxy Eyes Photon Lord, because he's actually not too bad, because he can negate shit. Like, that's all he does. He doesn't do anything else, but, you know, like a monster negation on the field, it's pretty good. And then we play one number 100 Numeron Dragon just to get him out with Dragolubian and, like, poke for a lot, we'll say. Shit, because you can, like, your opponent can be starting their play out and you flip there, can only do one base in their turn. You will annihilate someone with that. Onto our links, we play one Underworld Goddess of the Closed World because you can just fuck with people. I really like this link. You know, I'm not a big fan of, you know, really cancerous cards that have been coming out lately, but like, Underworld Goddess, she's cool. Also, I don't know why I'm holding a wrench, I just found it. I'm playing one Bull Sword Dragon for the OTK because this deck kind of sits on the field, waits, and then you push for game. We play one Nightmare Phoenix, one Nightmare Cerberus, just because, come on. And then we play one Salmon Ala Mirage. That's more of like a desperation move, but it's there. So give me 1 second, we'll do a test hand. I'll show you guys just some simple plays with the deck. Yeah, okay, so, you know, hell, first hand we got, it's actually not too bad. So what we'll do first is we'll activate Mercy Teleport. We get Mutant M05 out on the field. M05 will let you add a card from your deck to your hand. It doesn't really matter who you add. I'm going to add one of the big mutants because I'm going to combine it with ST46 in order to get a draw along with the search. Speaking of which, I'm going to get the field spell with this. I'm going to use the effect of Evolution Lab in order to put Arsenal back. Get that. I'm going to banish my other M05 to get a copy of Beast on the field. And then I'm going to banish, we'll banish Expansion and get Arsenal on the field. Now from here, this is probably just where you would stop because you can set Mutant Cry. You'll have a possibility of a fusion summon if you want to. You have a monster, essentially a monster negation with Arsenal, a spell negation with Beast, along with the field spell, and you'll have triple tactics talent to protect yourself in case your opponent does some fuck shit. Actually, this thing works even better if your opponent like has Ash Blossom or something against you. You can activate triple tactics talent. Also, if you want to go into the extra deck, I wouldn't recommend it. But let's say you're going second and your opponent has something relatively small, you just Dragolubian, Numeron Dragon, punch it, and you're good. So, yeah, the deck's not super flashy, I'll admit, not by a long shot. It's very subdued, but it's very powerful and it can do a lot with a little. So that was my deck profile. If you guys enjoyed, leave a like and maybe subscribe. If you guys have any constructive criticism, put it in the comment section below. I'd love to hear it. If you guys want to see more deck profiles from me, leave a like and tell me what you guys like to see next. I got quite a few deck profiles that I'd love to show you guys. Otherwise, I'm Jared from Jared Otherwise, I'm Jared Just Scored, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.